Happy Thankful Thursday, another episode of Ask Cindy Connector Live. Well, hello. Today is a very special episode. I normally do the broadcast on Friday, but I wanted to introduce you guys to Mr. Robin Stern. And actually, coming up on May 26th, it's National Airplane Day and National Senior Citizens Day. What do we got going on, buddy?
So awesome, Cindy. Thank you for having me. This is amazing how we can be on opposite coasts. And y'all always say you're on the left coast. Well, we're on the right coast, just FYI. But I'm so happy to be here. National Paper Airplane Day is May 26th, and it coincides this year with National Senior Health Day. So we have this really cool paper airplane folding thing where we use a paper airplane to teach children how to follow step-by-step directions. And what we normally try and do is pair them up with a parent or a grandparent or a caregiver, and then they kind of help each other and work along with it. So how awesome that this year they fall on the same day. So not only do we fold the airplane, but then we see who can throw it the furthest. So this gets them out of their chairs, gets them moving, and it really engages and gets a lot of fun. So we're thinking if we do it on a podcast and we can get it live and get enough people out there watching it, we could really have an impact and make some people move. So you had an awesome idea of let's do it on your channel and let's promote the heck out of it and see how many people we can impact and change some lives. So thanks for having us.
But wait a minute. It's going to be on Bucket List Coach web show, right?
Wherever you put it, girl.
So let me see. Let me change this really quickly. Yeah, I forgot that it's going to be on.
There you go. Dun, dun, dun.
And so somehow we'll intertwine. And let's see, where is my logo? I don't know the logo somewhere. Well, that's okay. I mean, we're just doing a kind of like a impromptu type thing today. So
that's right.
Kind of tell them like what you know about those two special days.
Okay, so I actually pulled them up and looked them up. So I cheated. I got a crib sheet here. I'm going to go by. On May 26th each year, National Paper Airplane Day commemorates the simple aeronautical toy that's been around for thousands of years. And so inexpensive, right? Healthy, you get up and move, entertaining and competitive a little bit. You know, you put your smartphones down and you practice who can fold it the best and then who can throw it the furthest. So it's believed that they've been doing this for almost 2,000 years. Back in China, they started this. And the modern paper airplane has kind of been around since 1909. So the largest paper airplane, the wingspan for the largest paper airplane ever was almost 60 feet, Cindy. I mean, can you imagine being able to support the wings on a 60-foot? But students and employees made it in Germany in 2013. And the distance record for a paper airplane to be thrown is 226 feet, 10 inches by a man named Joe Ayub in February of 2012. And then, of course, how long can you keep the paper airplane in the air? You know, the Wright brothers, they were the first ones to get off into the air. But the 29.2 seconds, almost 30 seconds that they've had a paper airplane floating before it hit the ground. So there's lots of cool numbers to go with it and lots of cool competition that can be had because we have the facts and we have the ability. So we also can kind of tie in a whole thing about reading measuring tapes for kids, right? Because not only are we teaching them to follow directions, but somebody has to measure how far they were thrown. And this way we can teach fractions, teach the numbers. And there's even a little trick about taking a measuring tape. You know how the measuring tapes, when they release and come back, they snap back real hard and they can pinch your finger? Well, the gentleman who's helping me with this is a grandfather, and he has a way of taking your measuring tape and adjusting it so it doesn't snap back quite as hard. So just all kinds of really cool things to tie it all together to get seniors, maybe their grandchildren or somebody that they take care of or a neighbor kid, to get them involved and plugged in and moving a little more. So that's the paper airplane side of things.
Wow, and put the National Day calendar. So make sure that everybody needs to go to nationaldaycalendar.com. You could actually check out the national days, the national weeks, months, international. Actually, today is Crepe Suzette Day, Day of Prayer, Day of Reason, Nurses Day, Beverage Day. So many different reasons to celebrate.
So there's the National Senior Health and Fitness Day is the other thing. And this is something that's many organizations have special events, but approximately 100,000 senior adults participate in activities across the United States every May 26th. So you have banks, health clubs, agencies on aging, houses of worship, hospitals, senior centers, put up on a TV and let's get them involved having fun too. So they talk about the benefits to seniors by having physical activities. They can exercise at home, but if you do something to move and get yourself moving, keep yourself more physical, you reduce fall risks. You reduce you increase the ability to live independently, maintaining strength, healthy joints, muscles, reducing or controlling blood pressure and colon cancer, diabetes, eases anxiety symptoms. If they can get around better, they're not as anxious about things. But it also reduces and prevents arthritis, joint swelling, and pain. I mean, how much more benefit do you need to want to be a part of something like this? So, if somebody has a senior in their life, this would be a great thing for them to share with them, have a few sheets of paper available, follow along with us, and just engage. Just get off this smartphone thing and unplug from these virtual things and be a part of something bigger than just, watching that TV all day.
Exactly. And that's so important. One of the things I talked about a few days ago is to connect with people outside of the computer and phone. Go out for lunch, go out for dinner. And, as I'm a travel agent, go out for a local excursion. Like I have a couple friends and I were actually going to Catalina here in a couple weeks.
Awesome.
So, I mean, those are close friends of mine, but also people that you get to know. Like, for instance, my mechanic. I've become friends with him. I met him on Facebook and we became friends off Facebook. He's coming to Eat, Pray, Love paint party I'm doing on the 21st. And then
Very
the 22nd,
cool.
a few of us are meeting him in Catalina. So it's just really important to build the friendships and not have it be just about business. Paint the town red. I mean, there's places that we could paint the town red right now.
Absolutely. My son just texted me and said, "Hey, Dad, can we go down to the Okefenokee Swamp to camp out the last week in May? There's some big astronomy thing happening." And although he's not a big astronomy guy, he wants to get the heck out and do something. And we have a tent and we have some sleeping bags. So we're going to pack up a cooler full of stuff and a couple of steaks and some stuff we can, burn on the fire and go down and spend a couple nights hanging out in the dark and seeing what's going on with the cosmos. So yeah, just to get reconnected outside of the technology and just enjoy each other's time. It's very important.
It is. And I'm just so grateful that I met you because of COVID. So if it wasn't for COVID, we probably wouldn't have met in that Zoom meeting, that Thursday meeting.
Yep. So I have a nonprofit that we're always trying to build and promote. And as the executive director, we have a big fundraiser we're promoting right now. And I needed to get more exposure. And here we are. I reached out to you and we kind of connected. And now we're not just working on that. We're working on a friendship and getting, here we are 3,000 miles apart and we get to know each other better and get to have, just a little more of that connection. And it's really, I hate to sound cliche, but it's really so important to have that little bit deeper connection to humanity, right? We can be so surface and so we're just kind of off-putting and keep each other away. But as soon as we'll let the guard down a little bit, be a little more transparent and authentic, you really get that humanity comes back into it. And I think that's a lot of what's going on with our world today. My son and I were talking about it this morning, that all these things with the police and other people, we just don't see each other as human beings anymore, right? The police, they're just trying to do their job. The guy that's getting in trouble, he's just trying to be. So if we can connect this, and I'm going to throw a plug out for a guy named Greg Jackson in a group called Heal Charlotte. Heal Charlotte is a great organization. And Greg Jackson was a protester, a young African-American man. And he said, why am I doing this? I need to do something positive. He has started so many programs in Charlotte now. But the one that really stuck out to me was he got a group of the police officers and a group of the local, just the older guys, the more powerful gentlemen and influential people. And they sat down at a table. And they said, look, let's humanize each other. Let's stop this stigma that you're just this big, ugly, group, and we're just this nameless, faceless situation. And they're they've reduced all of the anxiety, stress, and it's incredible how much they're doing it in Charlotte. And Greg Jackson is an amazing young man who I'm honored to be a part of what's going on with him. We're going to take our technology program called March for Tech and put it in an outreach center. They're trying to buy and refurbish a $10 million old hotel to put in 107 rooms for homeless people to stay in and get reconnected back to life. We're going to put in a computer lab for them, teach them some technology skills. Yeah. And this is all COVID related because I met Greg because we were in another meeting and somebody said, you need to meet this young man. And he's not just crossed the line in Charlotte. He has obliterated the line. I mean, he's a young man. He's very, very aggressive. He went into a Rotary Club meeting in Charlotte. I mean, the oldest, most stoic white guys, ever in Rotary Club, right? Women too now. But he walked into that meeting, and when they said, hey, it's your turn to talk, he stood up and said, this is the most awkward thing I've ever done in my life. And the guy running the meeting jumped up and said, for us too, carry on, keep going. We're glad you're here, but he wiped out the line. He's doing amazing stuff that we all should be doing. And that's what we're talking about. We're talking about removing that stigma, removing that separation, connecting each other back, being a part of each other's lives, and seeing that we're all human beings, right? We're not black, we're not white, we're not Asian, we're human beings. We all share this spaceship we call planet Earth. Let's try and get along and see our positive connections, not our differences, right? I'm a Marine. We don't see color. Everybody's green.
Oh,
Sorry, you're light green, I'm dark green, everybody's green. So, we don't see any color.
Well, thank you for your service. So how long were you in the Marines?
I just did my 4 and got out quick. I worked on helicopters, and I didn't agree with my commander-in-chief at the time. It was President Reagan, and some stuff that went on over in the Middle East. I lost some friends in, and I was young and, just stupid. So I did my 4 and ran as fast as I could. But I turned that into a computer business and a technology background. So I've been very successful with that. And now I have 4 employees that run a computer store for me, and we're looking to expand nationwide here in the next 5 years. So it's pretty exciting. But yep, I worked on Cobra and Huey helicopters and got a lot of cool training from that. So it was very, very cool to be a part of. I have some, my son's in the National Guard right now. He's actually in Texas as we speak, training to become a combat medic. He's going to stick needles in people's arms and patch them all up and make them better. But 18 years old, graduated early, went to training early, just a really phenomenal kid who wants to serve his country. So I've perpetuated it now. On it goes, So anyway, and then my oldest son runs the computer company now. So I don't have to do that. Cool. I get to do this. I get to hang out with people like you and spread this really, really good stuff that we're trying to work on to help other people in the world not be the sum of what life has done to them. To be better, not bitter, right? So that's the whole thing we do now. So tell us about travel, Cindy. Well, how can we? You had something talking about gets a 3-day, 4-night. What was that all about? I want to plug into that.
Yeah. So so today we're actually coming to you from both of my brands, Ask Cindy Connector Live, and also we're ending the show, Bucket List Coach Web Show Live. So anybody who goes to the YouTube page, either Ask Cindy Connector Live on YouTube or Bucket List Coach Web Show Live on YouTube, and you subscribe and comment. All you have to do is go to 3nightgiveaway.com. There's a little form there where you do a screenshot of your actual comment, and then I will send you a 3-night giveaway. It's not totally free. It's the cost of the hotel. So for a 4-day, 3-night hotel, it's only $119. So still a pretty good deal if you want to come out to San Diego, or let's say spend a few days in New Orleans or Las Vegas. Nice little giveaway, and it's a good way to monetize your brand.
Very cool. And so is it rude if I go look at the other screen and do that now while we're talking?
Well, actually, you could look at it while I'm closing out the show, because I'm going to put you in the green room and then enjoy some champagne and hors d'oeuvres, and I'll see you there in about half a minute.
Thank you so much, Cindy. I appreciate you letting us do this. And I'm really looking forward to May 26th, everybody. May 26th, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific. Come on and watch us. Get some pieces of paper, get an old folk with you, and let's do some fun and have a lot of good stuff. All right. So Thanks, Cindy. Have an awesome afternoon. Take care.
Yeah, we're 1 o'clock. Yeah, you said 1 o'clock Pacific, right?
1 o'clock Pacific, 4 o'clock Eastern.
Okay.
Yep.
But
Right.
really quick plug to your business, and then I'll put you in the green room.
Oh, yeah. Be better, not bitter. You can win a Harley Davidson. We're giving away a brand new 2021 Harley Davidson. You can go to the website at BBNB, that stands for Be Better, Not Bitter.org, and either scroll down to the picture of the Harley or click on the fundraising tab at the top. And it's a real simple PayPal transaction, and we'll get you registered. And we're going to be giving that away sometime before the end of the summer. We're hoping to do it sooner than later. We want to sell a certain number of tickets. It won't be more than 5,000 tops, so your odds are pretty good. It's just $100, and you'll get a $5,000 credit with the dealer to customize your new bike any way you want. So figure it's a brand new Harley and $5,000 to make it any way you want it to be. So if you win and you're not from the Atlanta area, we will fly you out to pick up your new bike and drive it home. So get on board. We'd love to have you, and we're going to do a lot of great things with that money, including save like 200 kids that we were talking about that have are at risk of losing their place to go after school and during the summer here in Paulding County, Georgia. So be better, not bitter. Don't be a sum of what life has done to you, folks. Thanks so much, Cindy. Go out there and change the world, everybody.
Thank you. I'll pop you in there. See you in a bit.
Take care.
Well, there you go, guys. Make sure that you check out Robin Stern. His information is actually going to be here in the chat after the broadcast. And go out there and show love and kindness every single day. At least 5 people show gratitude. You could actually send a random gift to a Facebook, social media friend, or Instagram or Twitter, and just make a difference. Show up at someone's office and, send them a little gift, a gift card for a restaurant. It's just so important. And definitely tune into all my shows. My travel show, Bucket List Coach Web Show Live, is every Wednesday at 1, 2, and 3 Pacific. And Ask Cindy Connector Live is every Friday at 1, 2, and 3 Pacific. We'll see you here on the other side. Woo-hoo-hoo!